Hey guys, Shelly here, and I wanted to spend a few moments talking to you about fear and how fear can be such a crippling aspect of your life. And I thought, what a better way to talk about fear than to have it against the backdrop of my tandem dive that I did last June. Back in the day, I was a fearful person, and when people hear me say that, they're like, yeah, whatever. They don't believe it. But I was. I ran around all the time asking people what I should do. Should I go back to school? Should I quit my job? Should I divorce my husband? Should I do this? Should I do that? I just could not make a decision because I was afraid to make a decision. So I justified it by saying, these people don't think I should do it, so therefore I'm not going to, when in reality, I wasn't doing it because I was afraid to do it. So what happened in my life that made me less fearful? A few years back, my life was a living hell. I was going through a really bad divorce with my second husband. I was in a job that just sucked the life out of me. I was surrounded by toxic people, and I was staring into this dark abyss that had become my life, and I was so afraid that I was going to be stuck there forever. So my fear of being where I was outweighed my fear of doing something about my life. So I was sort of pushed off a cliff, actually. I had to do something. I have two friends who live in Colorado, and they graciously invited me into their home. So I quit my job, packed what would fit in my car, and I went to Colorado. Talk about scary. I had very little money. I did not have a job, but I thought, this is really the only way I can save me. So I went out there. I just got away from everything I needed to, and I just became a healthy person. I was able to get emotionally and physically healthy. I climbed mountains. I ran trails. I took two really fun jobs. One as a barista and one as a server in a wine bar. And I was just able to calm down. But I could not find a job to support myself out there, so I came back to Missouri, which I was happy in doing. I was excited to see what the new Shelly could do back in her old environment. And I have to say, I have just flourished. My life is just moving forward so quickly and in the direction that I want. I'm starting businesses. I've got so many great girlfriends. My family's wonderful. I've got a great relationship with Steve, and my life is really good. But I could not have done that if I had not taken that step out of my fear and, done something with my life. I had to get scrappy. I had to fashion my life like I wanted it instead of just waiting around for my life to happen. But, I get it. We've got things to do. If you're stuck in that pattern of behavior, being fearful, it's hard to get out of it. My advice to you is one step at a time. Every day, do a small thing that you are afraid to do, even if it's just walking up to a stranger and saying, hey, I really like your hair. Just anything. Go to a restaurant by yourself for dinner. Go to a movie by yourself. Just some little thing that will help you get rid of the fear in your life. And I promise you, once you do, your life is just going to open up. It's going to open up so many doors of opportunities. You're going to meet so many different people, and your life is just going to be, it's going to be happy because it's not based on fear. So, do something small. Go out, live your life, and don't be afraid.